Tonight on News 25, the president's preparing for his State of the Union address as lawmakers and law enforcement officials are already speaking out about his proposed gun legislation. All of this while a man with a gun prompts a lockdown at Illinois State University. Good evening. Mac has the night off. Illinois State University authorities have arrested a male suspect that caused a campus-wide lockdown after he was seen near Watterson Towers with a weapon. At this hour, the campus is no longer on lockdown and students are free to move about. ISU officials issued that alert just after 3 this afternoon, telling students that a person with a weapon was last seen near Watterson Towers. Residence halls and dining halls were placed on lockdown, restricting access to residents only. Police did arrest a suspect, Nathan Thomas, an hour after the alert was issued. ISU spokesperson Jay Groves says Thomas is from Chicago. He was in town visiting a friend. He displayed a weapon at a woman's apartment before leaving.
She later told her boyfriend that the man had a gun, and so the boyfriend called police. That's when we put out the emergency text alert to our students, faculty, and staff members.
Well, now that the alert has been lifted, students and staff are free to move about campus. News 25's Bo Ebenezer is live on Illinois State University's campus tonight with the latest. Bo?
Thanks, Ashley. Authorities say the campus of Illinois State University is now secure. Gunman Nathan Thomas of Chicago was here visiting a friend when he reportedly flashed her his gun. Classes across campus were all in lockdown until about an hour and a half ago. Students say with all the excitement, they feared for their safety.
Yeah, a lot of people are on their phones. Everyone kept saying that they didn't want to go on with class because they were nervous and that they couldn't concentrate. So we kind of just hung out for the first 10 minutes and then continued on. And then halfway through class, we heard the guy was in custody.
Campus police are continuing their search around the areas of Watterson Towers. We'll have more information as it becomes available to us. Ashley, back to you.
All right, thanks, Bo. U.S. Senator Dick Durbin says current gun laws are not enough to end the epidemic of gun violence facing our nation. Today, Durbin chaired a hearing on Capitol Hill concerning gun violence in the Second Amendment. The Democrat called for universal background checks on gun sales and limiting the number of bullets in magazines.
Stripping the constitutional rights of law-abiding citizens does nothing to prevent criminals from carrying out violent crime. And indeed,
all of these proposals are based on common sense. All of them have strong support among the American public, and all of them, I believe, are clearly consistent with our Constitution and the Second Amendment and the Bill of Rights.
More than 100 families who have been affected by gun violence attended today's hearing. During his State of the Union address tonight, President Obama is expected to address his proposed legislation to crack down on the use of assault weapons. That proposal is already drawing fire from several local law enforcement officials. As News 25's Denise Jackson reports, the Illinois Sheriff's Association says the focus instead should be on helping the mentally ill.
McLean County Sheriff Mike Emery says jail capacity of 240 does not leave much space to house a growing mental health population of inmates. Right now, they're using a portion of the booking area to house them in isolation. Emery says with the proper treatment, some might not have committed crimes.
We need to do a better job in helping these individuals, get them back to competency, restore them to competency, make them mentally healthy. Maybe we won't have these mass shootings, killings.
Emery and members of the Illinois Sheriff's Association say mass shootings like the one in Newtown, Connecticut and Aurora, Colorado may have been prevented. Instead of a crackdown on the use of assault weapons, they would like to see more services to help the mentally ill. Tazewell County Sheriff Bob Houston says staffing and housing mental health inmates poses a real challenge on the jail. Adding state budget cuts worsen the problem.
In Illinois, for example, we just closed 2 prisons. We've abolished the death penalty. They're looking at an early release program. We haven't been able to get people in a mental health facility for years on a timely basis.
Sheriff Emery says with very little room inside the jail and limited outside treatment facilities, there are not many options for mental health inmates. The sheriffs say county jails continue to hold inmates who've been remanded to the state mental health facility for treatment, with some waiting several months at a time. In Bloomington, I'm Denise Jackson reporting.
The president's fifth State of the Union address will be jam-packed with issues ranging from the current budget battle in Congress to, of course, gun control and then protecting the middle class.
He will demonstrate concretely how we have to invest in manufacturing, making the United States a magnet for job growth, preparing our workforce, and making sure that if you work hard that you can earn a good living.
Lawmakers from both sides of the aisle seem to agree. President Obama's clear focus tonight should be on the economy and on job creation.
I want to see a policy-based speech that's going to help America grow our economy, create the jobs that politicians keep talking about, and begin the process of putting together a true debt repayment plan.
I'm happy that the president will be talking about creating jobs and growing the economy. I know that a strong middle class is a key to building a better future for our children and for our grandchildren.
Coverage of the State of the Union address begins at 8 p.m. right here on WEEK. We'll have reaction to the president's speech coming up tonight on News 25 Nightside. There's more for Hayworth in your hometown. Still ahead tonight, we'll tell you what state lawmakers have to say about funding schools. Also, what advocates are doing to lower the high rate of child abuse downstate.
Well, Ashley, we got rid of the clouds after a cloudy morning. Sunshine this afternoon drove our temperatures above normal. Now the clouds are back from a southern tracking system. Let's go outside to our IDOT Road Watch camera network. This is a unique shot from the Washington Street cam at River Road in the Levy District. And you see bright lights of East Peoria. 35 now, 27 in the morning, 46 tomorrow, but blustery Valentine's Day coming our way.
You're watching your home team at 6 with Tom McIntyre, Ashley McNamee, Chief Meteorologist Chuck Collins, and Sports with Lee Hall. This is News 25 at 6.